Coming up next on Small Town Big Deal.
Wow!
Wait till you see what unknown fried fair food I got Jan to try.
So you just ate worms.
Then, organic, sustainable? Yeah, we've got a story for you.
Look at that tail wagging.
That's next.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal.
We've traveled across the country and firmly believe that the people in small towns are the hands that keep America strong.
So join us, Rodney Miller,
And Jann Carl,
as we show you the great things these people do on Small Town Big Deal. Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jann Carl.
You know, Jan, ever since we've been little kids, we both love coming to the State Fair.
Yeah, and this is the Ohio State Fair. It's one of the biggest in the entire country. I like the fact that it brings together people from the smallest towns and with the people from the big city.
You know, it's always been a great way for agriculture to be showcased and to educate the people of the city.
Don't forget the food.
Oh, and the hot dogs.
Cotton candy right over there.
And the hot dogs.
Wait, saltwater taffy.
And the hot dogs.
what better way to get into the spirit of this fair than by hearing the Ohio All-State Fair Band?
This is our 90th year, and I've been here for 41 years, and it's special because we have 200 young people from all over the state of Ohio. They're the cream of the crop of their local school band. And then
Cream of the crop over there.
Right.
So I think it would have been cool if you could have played your clarinet in that band.
You know what? It really wasn't the clarinet. It was the bass clarinet, actually.
You know, you just don't seem like a bass clarinet kind of girl. Maybe more like a flute or...
You're a tuba.
You know, the Butter Cow's been one of my favorite exhibits since I was a little bitty kid.
Wow, it's been around that long?
Oh, you're really funny.
How long does it take them to make that?
Well, this year's sculpture, because it had so many different things sharing the cooler with the butter cow and calf, it actually took them over 540 hours.
Here's what I want to know, though. I wonder if the artists licked their fingers when they were creating it, because I know I would, and then I'd gain weight.
Well, you don't have to worry about that because we're going kayaking.
On the fairgrounds?
I kind of feel like Huck Finn now.
Huck Finn didn't get pedicures.
And I don't have one either. Nice line, though.
Which one won't sink? This is a safer one? Okay, good.
I wonder if Jan will make it back to the dock, or if we'll have to fish her out of the lake like we did on another story.
Man, so many people in boats. I gotta figure out a way to get to Rodney, turn him over or splash him. Ooh, did I think that out loud? Stay focused, Jan.
We're setting a bad example, aren't we?
Yeah, don't do it the way we're doing it. Thank you, sir.
Paddleboard's next! Rodney says no.
Now we're going to pick up the pace. Jan really likes to scream going down a slide.
Wait, just let go. Oh, jeez. Ah!
Oh! Oh!
Wow!
She beat me. You gotta guess her age.
Her age? You don't lie, right? All right. He's got it. What the? Oh, dang, girl.
Oh, yeah!
I might have should have made her take her glasses off.
I get a prize?
Yeah, of course you get a prize.
This
Are you
is so
watching?
Jan. She cannot make a
Are you
decision.
watching You in the Blue?
Okay, let's go shoot balloons.
Which one's it gonna be?
Come on, baby.
Number 10. She got it. She won it.
Chocolate and peanut butter and deep fried.
I'm guessing this is gonna be good.
Yeah. Deep fried spinach, even.
Sometimes what we see stops us dead in our tracks.
This is a new one on me.
Oh my goodness. We gotta try that.
Sloppy donut?
Hey Jan and Rodney, we're going to have you make our famous Doughnut Burger.
Well, you know, I think this solves the question. Should we have dessert first or your main course? So you just get them
combine it.
You get all in one.
Get them all in one.
We get a donut right here.
Okay.
We put it over on the bottom, flip it over so it's
Flip it over?
Yep.
So it has a hamburger and bacon and cheese.
Right.
Oh, man.
And then I put a donut on
And
top.
then a donut on top?
Yep, another one.
Oh Oh my gosh.
And that's the Doughnut Burger.
That is a piece of artwork.
I've never heard that term, a leaner.
Yeah, a leaner. That's so you don't get it run down your shirt.
You did it.
I'll admit it, I was being polite. I love donuts, I love burgers, just not so much together.
If you love animals like I do, the Ohio State Fair is the place to be, from petting them to serious animal competition.
What all do you do, Caden, to prepare Lucky for a show?
Fix up his legs.
Fluff his hair?
Yeah.
Now, what about his toes? Do you put any toenail polish on him?
No.
Do you clean his nose?
No. I just gotta live with this stuff.
You just gotta live with it.
It's pretty disgusting, but you know.
Well, he seems like a nice, he's lucky to have you, Camden.
We found the local fair expert to fill us in on some fair facts.
Fairs were kind of first created to kind of showcase agriculture.
That's 100% why our fair was started. In 1846, they formed the Board of Agriculture, which is now the State Department of Agriculture, and they started that state fair to showcase agriculture and really show, you know, how it goes from farm to fork.
Nationwide, one of the sponsors of Small Town Big Deal, has a major role in this fair. We joined their booth and the stage to promote agriculture and good family television.
So obviously you really support the fair, which we thank you for that too. And this is a lot of ag stuff in this building.
Most of the audience at the fair is an urban and suburban audience, so this building and a lot of things around the fair are great to help them understand agriculture and the farm-to-table movement.
Fair food. There is so much here I have never tried before.
Oh, she's right about that.
Oh, he gave us mini cream puffs?
And I think we both should eat them and try them and see what we think. Okay?
Oh man, they're still warm. I think they just cooked them.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe that wasn't chocolate, maybe that was larvae.
What?
I got you there. How'd you like that larvae?
I'm just saying that payback will not be so sweet.
Uh-oh.
There is just so much to love about the Ohio State Fair.
I agree, but I think fair food might have won the prize this time.
I'll admit it, I love fair food, but some of this was pretty over the top.
Well, and you should know, you sampled quite a bit of it.
Hey, what's that sticky stuff on your fingers? I think that's cotton candy.
Oh yeah, busted.
Coming up next, a small town in Georgia is home to a big family farm.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
You know, I'm still dreaming about that giant butter cow. Because to me, butter is one of the 4 main food groups.
Yeah, you know, I've seen you put a little bread on your butter from time to time.
Yeah, you probably have.
Not very much bread, usually.
No, not really.
Well, now we're going to see some real cows and other livestock at a farm in South Georgia. And you know, Jan, this is a story I've wanted to do ever since I started the show.
Pet one.
Located about 180 miles south of Atlanta is the town of Bluffton, Georgia. Population 100.
And just a few miles away is White Oak Pastures. This farm has been in Will Harris's family since 1866. In the mid-1970s, Will became the 4th generation to raise livestock here. As time wore on, something deep inside of him wanted to do things a little differently. He wanted to create a sustainable farm.
And they all have grown without grains. They only have eaten
grass, hay, haylage, we believe much healthier. Certainly, unquestionably, better in terms of animal welfare and environmental sustainability. When I started making the transitions, I had no intention of doing this volume level. One thing led to another, to another, to another.
It was a good old lesson in cause and effect. Will decides to only raise grass-fed cattle, but they don't eat the weeds.
So Will must get into the sheep and soon the goat business because they will eat the weeds.
Will no longer uses artificial fertilizers, but now the soil's lacking nutrients.
So Will must now get into the poultry business. As they roam the range freely, they naturally fertilize the land.
The system actually has a name, the Serengeti Method, inspired by the natural way the animals graze and enrich the grasslands in Africa.
As Will tells us, the conversion to this method was a little scary.
We went through probably 5 years in which we just hemorrhaged money. Spent a lot of time wondering what in the heck was I thinking when I did that.
Well, the risk, hard work, and perseverance paid off. White Oak Pastures grew from 3 employees to more than 100 and now generates a cash flow of a whopping $20 to $30 million a year. That's no chicken feed.
Did you get your close-up?
At any given time, there are close to 7,000 chickens roaming these organic pastures. And these hen houses, well, they give a whole new meaning to mobile homes.
How often do you move the houses?
Everything will get relocated about once a week. A happy chicken has got happy feet, so we always keep them on green, clean grass, and so we just move them around.
There's no doubt these are happy chickens. They really hit pay dirt.
Okay, so the tarps are for...
Since we're out in the open pasture, we use every opportunity to provide shade to all animals.
Or a hammock.
Or a hammock. That's what they like to use them for.
So, with nearly 7,000 eggs a day to collect, we decided to give them a hand.
Now, I remember helping my grandma get the eggs on the farm.
You used to collect eggs?
I did, but
never ceased to amaze me.
Not the ones where the hens were still sitting on them because they would peck your hands, so you get those.
Oh, well, gee, thanks.
Sure, anytime. Oh, yeah, here's one. Oh, it's warm. It's still warm. Feel it. I think it just came out. Was that yours? Good job.
Now we must see if each egg makes the grade. Now, what are they doing here?
So this is what they call candling. Melissa is a certified candler from the Department of Agriculture. She is looking for any kind of impurities within the egg, any visual cracks.
Okay, so she found one there?
Yep. So any cracks.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you gotta be good.
So what would be in there?
An egg has 7,000 pores, approximately. And anything that's on the outside of the egg can
be absorbed?
Yep, be absorbed into the egg.
When it's still forming.
Right, and even now. So if there's chicken poop on the outside of the egg, that can be absorbed into the egg. And you don't want that at home. So that's what
I really prefer my eggs without chicken poop.
Yeah, me too.
It's just a personal preference.
Yeah, me too.
Before taking off to tour more of this amazing farm, I wanted to visit the nursery, where all the baby chicks, ducks, and guineas are being raised. You know, I think this could be a new white noise.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're working on it. All the sounds of the farm on one disc, yeah.
Oh yeah, I could totally work to this.
Yeah.
How many people support you in the chicken side of it?
Right at 18 to 20 people. We have the resources to do things well. We're not forced to cut corners. And whatever the best thing for the bird is, or the best thing for the cow is, we can do that.
And just in case you're wondering how they keep the predators away,
I hear you. Yes, you're a good guard dog.
We've got 8 different Great White Pyrenees guard dogs. You'll hear the coyotes off in the distance, and then seconds later you'll hear the dogs barking, running off towards them.
Coming up next, we go from guard dogs to soldiers. Flies, that is.
Is it okay to put my hand in there?
Yeah, put your hand. It's nice and warm.
I feel like I'm on Indiana Jones right now or something.
Which state produces the most eggs in the U.S. each year?
Is it Ohio, Georgia, Iowa, or California? The answer's coming right up.
I hope you're enjoying tonight's episode, but before we get back to it, we want to tell you about something really special. The Small Town Big Deal Caribbean Cruise.
That's right. Now, it's next January, so if you don't want to be cold in that snow for weeks on end without a break, then cruise with us.
It has a vintage tractor theme, and we partner with Pauquette's Farm Oil Museum.
We're going to raffle off a tractor.
Farm Oil Cub.
That's right. Hey, if you've never been on a cruise, don't feel bad.
And we've never been on a cruise.
We've never been on a cruise.
It's our first one.
Right, so come and
learn what it's like with us, or if you're an old hand at it, maybe you can teach us a few things. Book now, because the cabins are going fast. We hope to see you there.
See you soon. Which state produces the most eggs in the U.S. each year?
The answer? Iowa, at over 15 billion eggs a year.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. We're at White Oak Pastures, the largest USDA certified organic farm in Georgia, and the only farm in the country with USDA inspected meat and poultry plants on the premises.
Here it's all about sustainability and excellent animal welfare.
You know, this really could have been where the phrase originated, happy as a pig in mud. Recycling and reaching zero waste is important here at White Oak Pastures. In line with that effort, we found out what these guys at the farm get to pig out on.
What eggs are we giving them?
We were giving eggs that didn't pass our inspection process. We'll feed these eggs to the pigs and they love them. It's just a treat for them.
No fighting, there's plenty for all.
Yep, these guys are living high on the hog.
Oh, you got a friend for life. Well, then this is like total recycling.
Oh, yeah.
More recycling everywhere I look.
There's no waste.
I think I'm gonna have to recycle this shirt.
Probably so.
He's kind of a pig. Oh, I guess he is a pig.
Next stop, washing up and chowing down. Jan and I found out the animals aren't the only ones who eat well around here. Each day, all the employees enjoy a free homemade hot meal at the farm's restaurant. Tasting the harvest is definitely one of the perks of working here.
And employees aren't the only ones who can eat here. It's open to the public, and they encourage anyone to stop by and enjoy a meal with them.
Yeah.
And Jan and I are never ones to miss out on a home-cooked meal.
It's true. I do like to eat.
Another thing I like is to see people having fun at work.
Yes, for sure. You know, while we were walking through the halls of the processing plant, we kind of stumbled upon something that looked a little more like Monday Night Football than work.
It's about the perfect spot.
Who says you can't have fun on the job?
Look at that.
It really is a family atmosphere in more ways than one. Will has 2 daughters that are now the 5th generation to work this land, Jenny and Jody. Oh, and a son-in-law.
I've always been a family girl, and my husband John pretty much had no choice but to come back here.
It's like, if you want to marry me?
That's what I said. I said, I like you and I think you like me. If we want to continue this and get married, this is what I do. So he's a smart man. Obviously he chose.
Obviously he made the right choice.
I tell them that Jody answered a classified ad that John put in a paper. Wanted girl with farm, send picture of farm.
Jody and her husband John certainly caught Will's entrepreneurial spirit. Just in case you don't think there's enough going on around these pastures, add on-farm lodging.
This has to be exciting for you, Jody.
It is. I'm married. These are my babies. This is my project.
If you're wanting to learn more about the transformation and inner workings of White Oak Pastures, you'll need to stay a few days and you'll need a place to stay.
Or if you just want to unwind from the city life, it's perfect.
Just nothing but pine trees as far as the eye can see. Now that is beautiful. Oh, that's peaceful.
Now, if you know Jan, the next thing Jody showed us is for sure one of Jan's favorite moments on the farm.
Come on.
Look what we got.
Let's show the bottle. Here, Jan, you do the honors.
All right, I don't really know how to do it.
Come here.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, I got mud in my face and milk in my eyes.
You're getting all sorts of
Look
stuff
at
on
you.
today.
That is some powerful sucking action.
Oh yeah. He's come a very long way.
Look at that tail wagging. I could do this all day.
Now, if you think there's a creature here on White Oak Pastures that Jan won't snuggle or kiss, think again. Okay, Lori, show me what you're doing here. This is a little different. Is it okay to put my hand in there?
Yeah, put your hand. It's nice and warm.
These are the larvae of the black soldier fly. They serve 2 important purposes here. One is to consume the waste that comes out of their processing plants, and the other is to provide nutritious feed for the poultry.
They are native to this area, so we're not introducing anything that's not already here. So the chickens are familiar with them and they love to eat them.
I bet there's not a lot of people standing in line to get your job. So she actually has a bachelor's from Cornell University, which knows a little bit about agriculture up there. I mean, that's one of the most respected universities in the nation. So I'm just teasing with you a little bit right now, Lori. But that
gives me job security.
There you go, job security. Yeah, I'm not going to be applying for this job, just so you know. You're safe.
I'm not an evangelist, I'm a farmer. And I have been fortunate enough to find markets that will pay the additional premium on food raised the way they want it raised that allows me to farm the way I want to farm.
You know, Jan, I think you can see now why I've wanted to do this story on Will Harris and White Oak Pastures.
It's pretty amazing what they do, and we couldn't show everything. For example, for zero waste, they even take the beef tallow and they make soap.
And they turn their cooking oil into biodiesel for their tractors.
If you're ever in the area, it's definitely worth a visit.
I hope you've enjoyed this story and the Ohio State Fair.
Tell you what, if you like Small Town Big Deal, do us a favor right now. Go to Facebook and like Small Town Big Deal. We'd really appreciate it. And visit our website where you can get more information on the stories we've covered.
I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America. Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. I didn't know that was funny. Maybe you're like me, and I like all old tractors, I love old barns, I'm starting to like old women.
He's totally going off script.
That's why I like her.
He's totally going off script.
Jan, you gonna try?
Oh no, I already found the lake once. I found the lake once with my microphone.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. This is how older ladies do it.